Won't be a moment, everyone. Hello and welcome to the Samsung Live Shop. Bet you weren't expecting to see me in the chair. I'm super excited to be hosting the live shop for you today. And for those who are watching on my regular streams, this is going to be a bit weird for you. We're in a vertical aspect ratio. I'm going to be ignoring you for most of the stream, which I'm sure most of you will probably like. So just hang in there. Bear with me. I'm here to talk about Samsung monitors and fantastic deals. Let's get started. Who is this guy? For those who don't know me, who is this guy? I hear some of you asking yourselves. Well, I am Stephen Bajo O'Donnell. You might know me as a professional streamer and content creator, or a former TV presenter and video game critic of Good Game. Remember Good Game? Or might not. If that's the case, please don't tell me that, because I have a very fragile ego and I will cry live here on stream. But I am sure you can tell already I'm a massive nerd who has somehow turned a love of gaming into a career, and I'm happily clinging to any relevancy of times past that I still carry with me. I love games, which is lucky because gaming is what today's show is all about. That's right, we are dedicating this entire stream to Samsung's latest gaming monitors. No distractions, just pure ultra-high resolution gaming display goodness. Now, I've spent nearly 20 years reviewing and streaming games, attempting at times to play competitively and gaming late into the night when I was younger, pretending one more match is a healthy decision, and my eyes aren't getting any younger, so I know exactly how much your monitor can affect the experience. Smoothness, responsiveness, color, immersion, graphics. The difference between I missed that shot because I'm bad and I missed that shot because of input lag, which is obviously the excuse I prefer. But with these monitors on display today, there's no way that excuse will work anymore because they are very good. So Samsung have challenged me to spend some time with these monitors, with their latest gaming tech, to answer one very important question. Can these displays actually make me a better gamer? And look, I'm willing to undergo this incredibly difficult scientific research process for all of you. I know it's a sacrifice. I probably deserve some sort of award, really, like a free monitor. Yeah, I got a no on that one. If you haven't watched a Samsung Live show, if you haven't watched a Samsung Live shop before, a show shop, here's how it works. Throughout the show, we'll be asking you, taking you through products, demos, exclusive offers, and all you need to do is stay alert, because there will be codes and offers popping up during the stream. And importantly, the exclusive offers are for people watching via Samsung.com live shop. So if you're joining me from YouTube, Facebook, or one of the other channels, hello, lovely to have you here, hi. But do come join us on Samsung.com live shop if you want to access the sweet deals. Enough chit chat. Let's get to the good stuff. Okay, we're gonna talk about this monitor here ladies and gentlemen, this is the main reason I'm here today, along with the others. The Odyssey G8 6K gaming monitor. That's right. This is the world's first 6K gaming monitor. 6K. That's so many Ks. I thought we were done with Ks, but Samsung found more. Think of all the extra detail in front of your eyes. You know, it makes me want to cry. And even through my tears, there'll still be so much clear detail because of the 6Ks. My little gamer brain just lit up when I saw Samsung were coming out with this monitor. Seriously, check this out. What do you guys think of that? Are you excited? I sure am. Now, I already run an older OLED G8 at home, and I love it. It's great. It's beautiful. 6K though, 6Ks. Have I mentioned that's a lot of Ks? A ridiculous amount of pixels. Should it be illegal? I'm not sure. That's a question for a lawyer. But if anything's going to level up my game, this beauty will. Now, I'm going to take it for a test drive shortly and show you, but first, let me tell you a little bit more about it. Hang in there. Like you just saw, this thing is packing a 6K resolution with 224 pixels per inch, which means games, videos, UI elements, tiny text in menus you normally struggle to read, everything looks insanely crisp. Like crispier than a crip that Heston Blumenthal has twice fried, dehydrated, frozen, then deep fried again. Kind of crisp. Crispier than autumn leaves under your shoes. Crispier than a crispy crisp on the crispiest day of Christmas, a holiday dedicated to crispy things. And because those pixels are so dense, you get this really clean, almost window-like image quality where games feel super detailed without looking over-processed or weirdly sharpened. But hey, we're not here to stare at pretty screenshots, and Samsung knows it. This screen is built for gaming, and so am I. And that means movement. Because you can have the sharpest display in the world, if it feels sluggish in motion, gamers will notice it immediately. You don't want sluggishness. So alongside the resolution, you're also getting really high gaming performance, like a fast refresh rate, fast response time, smooth motion, and you absolutely feel it when things get chaotic on screen. Whether you're running into a fight, running away from one, the motion stays clean and responsive. And what makes it even more amazing is the dual mode feature. This lets you instantly switch between ultra sharp 6K resolution at 165 Hz for incredible details and productivity to 3K resolution at 330 Hz for ultra smooth competitive gaming. It's like having two high performance monitors in one, and it gives you the flexibility to optimize between work, creativity, or play with just a few clicks. One thing I noticed straight away was just how clear it was during fast movement. You know, when some displays go into that high-speed gaming, you get this kind of blurry soap of colors, you know, I regret. super even. This doesn't do that. Everything stays sharp and readable, even when the action ramps up, which honestly can be the difference between living and getting shot, slashed, eaten, or incinerated, or all at the same time. Now, I should say, if you haven't got room for the 32-inch monitor, the same monitor is also available in 27 inches. That one's at 5K. So it's still a high pixel density, like the 32-inch, to scale down a bit. I love this option. I always run with the 27-inch monitor for streaming, just purely for space saving, you know. There's also support for HDR10+, which gives games a lot more punch visually as well. Bright headlights pop properly. Dark scenes keep detail and colors the way more depth and contrast should be. So now, you'll actually be able to see those NPCs hiding in the shadows. Plus, everything feels more cinematic, which is always nice. Cinema. Speaking of cinema, I think it's time to get to the action. I've got Battlefield 6 loaded up here, and I'm ready to show you how good this beauty is. They told me not to dance, but I'll dance if I want to. Okay, playtime's gonna have to wait because you know what that sound is. It's the sound of a special Samsung Live Shop offer coming through. Here we go, guys. If you're after the 32-inch Odyssey G8 6K gaming monitor or the 27-inch 5K one, then you're gonna want this cheat code LS-Ultra High because, you know, ultra high resolution. Yeah. So when you use that code, you get 5% off these monitors. You'll also see a few other eligible monitors to choose from at the bottom of the screen now. These are all available at Samsung.com. And remember, you have to shop directly through Samsung.com if you want to use that code. T&Cs do apply. Offer starts today. Get in there before the 30th of June because that's when it ends. All right. I believe now it is time to play the video game. And I'm actually a video game expert. I don't know if you know this. So we're going to move over to here now. And I'm going to stare at chat. Hi, chat. Nice to see you. I'm looking at the Twitch chat here. I can see what you're saying. This is live. Hello. Okay. Okay. I'm getting called names already. I'm just going to jump into a game here. Now, I do want to say that this isn't my usual setup. You know, haven't tweaked the settings. So if I die very quickly in this game, then it's going to be, that's the reason. Also, I'm on Samsung's account. They appear to be rank 3. Rank 3. Yeah, so that's another reason why if I instantly die here. How are you enjoying the vertical size, everyone? Huh? Hey, how you doing there? Johnny says, first time gaming in months. I gamed yesterday. Thank you so much. Fishlip says, 3 ranks higher than Bajo. That's incorrect. I've played a lot of Battlefield. All right. Okay. Yeah, thank you for saying so. M says I'm a legendary gamer. We're only going to play for a few minutes here. Honestly, I feel like I need to look at my gaming setup again, my streaming setup rather, and see if I can move to a 32-inch because the extra space here is just gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. The match is beginning soon. 15 out of 48 players. They're putting some bots in. Yeah, it's just so sharp. I really like this. So the way you activate the different modes. So just to recap, right? This has the 6K. This is a 6K monitor. 6K 165 hertz, which is still insane. I think I game at 1440p still. At 120 hertz. That just works well for streaming and my capture cards and everything. This is 6K at 165, so already amazing. But you click the button on the back, you like go through a menu option here, click a button on the back, and it changes it to 3K 330 hertz. So 3K 330 hertz already higher than what I'm currently using at home. And I mean, I always like refresh rate. I always like refresh rate over over resolution. I guess you would you have a few reasons to do it. If you're a hardcore competitive gamer like I am, right, chat? You want that 330 hertz because your response time is going to be immaculate, as you're about to witness here live in vertical, squished here on Twitch and the other platforms. But also, if you have a GPU that can't quite do 6K yet, but maybe you want to do that later, you would run it in this mode as well. But I just, I like the idea of being able to, guys, I've already got a few kills just in case you haven't noticed. I really like the idea of being able to, there's a lot here. They're definitely not bots, guys. They're definitely real humans I'm killing here. Even though that person was called Only Machines. I like the idea of, like when I'm editing, I want as much resolution as possible. Frame rate doesn't matter. Or if I'm playing like a really cinematic game, it's very crispy, guys. Yeah, thank you. Can I get some crispies in the chat, please? Yeah, if you're playing something cinematic, something really that doesn't require a lot of GPU power. If your GPU can't do 6K, you know, full on, then 165 3K is still incredible, still better than what I'm running. But yeah, but if you're doing something that is you know, doesn't require if you're doing, you know what I'm saying? If you're doing something that doesn't require a lot of crazy movement and your GPU can't handle it, do it at the 6K, at the 165. You know what I'm saying, chat? You know what I'm saying? Look, I wasted a whole clip there, but I believe I got a kill. I believe I did. How do you know they're bots in Battlefield? I actually haven't played a Battlefield match with bots yet. I don't know if it's the time of day or the map I picked or whatever. How do you know if they're bots? Do they have a little, I saw a little robot icon. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Yeah, it's so crispy, guys. You never know what I'm saying, Wasabi? Yeah, it's crispy. Just know it's crispy. No, I'm not homeless, but I do live here now in the Samsung shop. Yeah, this is where I live now. Yeah. It's nice. It's a nice room. I may be being held hostage in here, by the way, chat, because of the technology that's here. I want to be around this technology. I don't want to leave. Is the vibe that we're having. Looks lonely. Thank you. Thank you. No, there's actually 87 people in this room. Yeah, they promised me lots of candy and chips and pizza if I get 7 kills. I've got 2 so far. But anyway, look at this. You can't. It's crispy. That's what I'm saying. That was a robot, I think. I see a little robot symbol. Yeah, it still counts though. Return to combat area. I'm happy to. It's so beautiful, you guys. It is so smooth. This is so smooth. I think right now we're doing 3K at 330 hertz. But yeah, to do the 6K, you reach around and you just kind of change the button there and then bam, you're in. So smooth, so beautiful. Yeah, I got to try and work out how to get a 32-inch. What kind of monitor do you game on, chat? What do you use? What do you use? What do you use at home? Use a 4K, 2K? What do you use? What do you use again? What size? 32-inch, 27? I've always felt like 27-inch is the sweet spot, but that's for streaming, you know? So maybe I can get the monitor back a bit and actually, oh man, it's immaculate. I've been missing out. That's a robot. No, that was a human. That was a human just doing a little dance. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them over here. What are they doing? We got an enemy party over here. I'm actually killing so many right now. I don't know if you've noticed, I'm actually very good at this video game. Right, chat? Right? Do you think? Use a CRT. Do you really? Fishlips, it's probably time for you to upgrade. You know? Oh, can I do it? Can I put a 32-inch? You know, I should probably borrow this one at the end of the stream today and take it home and test it to see if I can. Yeah, I'm taking this with me. Anyway, I'm sure in a moment we will have one more. Got him. So as you can see, I'm very good at this video game, ladies and gentlemen. Very sharp, very crisp, beautiful. Beautiful screen. Such high refresh rate. Yeah. There's that sound again. You know what that means? They want me to give you another discount code. Remember, it is LS Ultra High. Same code. LS-Ultra High. You should now be able to see that on your screen. That's 5% off this awesome Odyssey G8 6K gaming monitor. Or the equally awesome but slightly smaller 27-inch 5K one. Only available at Samsung.com until the 30th of June. And of course, T&Cs do apply. All right, it's time to talk about the next monitor today, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna move over here with a very smooth transition, I'm sure. We're going to start with this one. This is the Odyssey OLED G80SH. Did you know it's pronounced OLED? Don't say OLED. That is incorrect. Be correct. This isn't to be confused with the G80HS I've just been showing you. Yes, I know the names are almost the same, but remember, this one is an OLED panel. OLED, this one. That's 32 inches of 4K OLED goodness. Now, if you've never gamed on OLED before, it's one of those upgrades that is very, very difficult to unsee afterwards. The contrast is incredible. The colors absolutely pop. And because each pixel can switch itself off independently, blacks look genuinely black instead of that kind of slightly gray glow you sometimes get on traditional displays. Samsung is also using QD-OLED technology here too, which means you're getting all those OLED benefits while maintaining vibrant color performance. There's special glare-free coating on this as well. You know, that gives you up to 54% less glossy, so you can focus on your game and not the reflection distracting you. It means you can see your enemies even when the sunlight is streaming in. I often get distracted by my own face in monitors and in general. Anyway, and with 140 pixels per inch, everything looks crystal clear. Those pixels get even denser if you go for the 27-inch version of this monitor, which is still a 4K monitor. It packs into a bit less space. Either way, all your pictures are beautifully sharp. But this isn't about making games look pretty. That's not what it's all about, I should say. This thing is fast. We're talking 240 hertz refresh rate and an incredibly quick 0.03 millisecond response time. I'm going to demonstrate that time now. Did you see that? Actually jumped up in the air, but it was at 0.3 milliseconds, so you didn't notice it. Those numbers might sound like the sort of thing gamers argue about online for hours, but in practice, what it means is smoother movement, clearer motion, and a display that keeps up when the action gets hectic. Whether you're flicking between targets in a competitive shooter, weaving through traffic in a racing game, or desperately panic spamming every button during a boss fight, this monitor feels incredibly responsive. It plays nicely with NVIDIA and AMD too, syncing the GPU and panel to reduce choppiness, helping keep gameplay smooth and reducing screen tearing when frame rates are fluctuating. Fantastic. And because OLED panels can get a little nervous when gamers leave the same HUD on for 400 consecutive hours straight, Samsung has built in OLED Safeguard Plus to help protect burn-in over time. These are built to last and not cause any burn-in. My days of gaming for 17 hours straight are long behind me, but if they aren't for you, Samsung's got your back. Connectivity is solid too, with DisplayPort 2.1, HDMI 2.1, and USB-C, making it easy to hook up gaming PCs, consoles, pretty much wherever you've got them sitting on your desk. But that's enough for me. Why don't you take a look for yourself? Roll tape. Roll it. 5% off. Delicious water. Now, a lot of you have said in the channel so far that I'm not used to seeing Bajo without a headset on, and you've never seen my ears before. Yes, I have ears. This might not be the whopping showstopper that is the 6K monitor. This one isn't 6K, that one is, but don't be fooled, this monitor is not mucking around. It's a monitor that refuses to compromise. You get stunning OLED visuals, 4K detail, and the kind of speed competitive gamers dream of, which unfortunately for me, removes yet another excuse for missing my shots. Now, allow me to demonstrate. I'm now going to play the video game Need for Speed Unbound. I'm playing it with a keyboard and a mouse. I have not played this in a while. But we're gonna jump in there and we're just gonna show you a little bit of how it works. I drank that water too fast. I drank that water way too fast. Need for Speed Unbound. When did this come out? I need 400 cash to start that race. This is, oh, I'm exiting the garage. I don't know if that was the right thing to do. Need for Speed, Unbound, hardcore racing. I thought a racing game would be good because, you know, racing games are really good at demonstrating fast movement. I truly love OLED panels, you guys. I mean, they're just, you can definitely tell. You can definitely tell. I really like they've got the screen glare protection on it too, because I've got a laptop which is OLED, but it is really reflective, which is fine, except a laptop you're taking out and about, you know. But even then, inside, I can see my face. And again, I'm very distracted. Enter. I'm very distracted by my face. So having a glare protection on it, amazing. Okay, here's my sick car. What is this? This is a Sylvia. I don't know. Is that a good one? Is that a good one? I don't know. I also don't know how to pump the NOS. Oh, I remember this one now. This is, yeah, this is, okay, we're fine. We're fine. This one is the one that incorporated all of those little kind of graffiti elements, like in the skids and stuff. Really interesting. Some would say annoying, but look, we're not reviewing the game right now. We're reviewing the monitor. We're not even doing that. We're showcasing it, guys. It's gorgeous. OLED is so good, and having that high refresh rate with this monitor, amazing. Yeah. I did notice this is an older game, and it was causing me a little bit of issues earlier. So if the game freaks out, that's why. Okay, we've died. We've actually died here. We've actually died. We're dead now. Let's go back outside. I don't like this tunnel. I'm not a fan of it. Yeah. Yeah. I think didn't this come out like 2014? I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's Need for Speed, ladies and gentlemen. That is Need for Speed. It's not Underground, is it? It's Unbound, I think. I think that's right? Yeah. Anyway, what if you're not a hardcore competitive gamer, though, with 0.03 millisecond reflexes? Don't worry, my friend. There's a monitor for you, too, except I don't actually have it here to physically show you, but I am going to tell you about it. This is the Odyssey OLED G73SH. I think we have a clip. Did we have a clip for that one? We don't have a clip. Let me just tell you about it. This is another OLED because once you've started on OLED, it's hard to go back. Just put this monitor in your mind. Again, you get the true blacks, the great contrast and colors, but what I really like about the OLED G7 is that it gives you options, and that's where dual mode comes in once again, like the Odyssey 6K G8. So again, this is an OLED monitor. It kind of sits in between these two in a way. Dual mode puts you in the driver's seat, figuratively or literally if you're playing a racing game or you're in a car gaming with the monitor, which would be weird. In a few clicks, you choose whether you want to prioritize stunning 4K detail or to crank things up for blistering speed with the refresh rates of 330 Hz in full HD. So again, kind of in between. You can do 4K OLED, or you click the buttons and you go into this other mode, and then you're at 330 Hz in full HD with this one. Kind of in between these two. This one has dual mode. This one doesn't. This one I'm picturing in your mind does. Everybody with me? I hope so. If you're not, just pretend you are. Whether you're settling in for a cinematic single-player adventure or driving into a hyper-competitive multiplayer match, you can game your way. Again, a 330 Hz refresh rate paired with 0.03 milliseconds means smooth motion, cleaner tracking, less blur when things get chaotic. Whether you're seriously competitive gamer or not, it's the kind of performance that will definitely help your game, even someone as old and broken as me. And because this is still a 4K OLED display, underneath it all, you're not sacrificing image quality to get that speed. You get both beautiful visuals when you want to soak in every detail and serious gaming performance when you want every competitive advantage. That's the G7, ladies and gentlemen, the G7. I'm doing the worm. I'm doing the worm you just can't see. That's right, I had a back operation. I can do the worm now. And speaking of advantages, let me give you that discount code once again. LS-Ultra High. That scores you 5% off all the monitors we've looked at today. Not only that, you could also get up to $150 against the cost if you're trading up from another monitor. How good is that? You're making money. And I should mention there's free delivery as well. Head to Samsung.com before the 30th of June if you want to get in. As always, some TNCs do apply. Got to read them. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you so much. I know this has been a short stream today, and those watching my regular channels, mostly it's been a way for me to try and break your stream streaks. But what a show it's been. We have some seriously impressive monitors here today. We've gone from that's a lot of pixels to that's a lot of speed to that's a lot of value in between. And honestly, they're all great options. It's a question of what suits you. Do check out those products on Samsung's website and enjoy your discount if you decide to buy. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for staying with me. Maybe I'll see you again on another show. Until then, play on, game on. May all your games be good ones. And goodbye. Can we do a dance at the end? Are we allowed to do a dance? Okay, cool. We're not going to play music for the dance?